Alright guys, so today we are going to be taking a look at this new standard unit in JP Gengaza. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've never seen this unit before. This is in Mobile Suit Gundam Victory. So this is a unit that I was able to pull off the ticket. Something that I have not done in ages, but here we are. This unit is a green bombardment unit. It's actually quite strong. So what I did, I am actually going to be running it alongside with the double Zeta Gundam. So double Zeta Gundam is also a bombardment. So for global, we should be getting this fairly soon. As far as what I'm running, I'm literally having the same custom level, pretty much the same module. So this is gonna give you guys a good glimpse of, kind of like the power differences, because in terms of the skill is relatively similar as far as the skill 1 I recall correctly. Yeah, it's relatively the same, and then skill 2 actually gives you a little bit more damage. So that's why I was like, all right, maybe I can take this opportunity and kind of show off as double Zeta as well, so you guys are fully aware of what's going on. This unit is actually pretty crazy. There are a lot of chances for you to get critical attack. On EX skill, we are not only are we doing the actual, like the top portion, dealing 358, we also dealing an additional 269 damage. That's crazy. Also for 20 seconds, increase beam damage by 34%, and then for 20 seconds also increase critical power as well for a 34%. Transcendent skill we don't have, but transcendent skill is going to increase accuracy by 25%, also increase beam damage by 36%, also recover 50% EX skill gauge at the start of the battle, and then when HP is below 50%, recover 55% of max HP once during battle. So they are packing a lot. Unfortunately, I will probably not work towards that because this is a free-to-play account, so this is the best we can do. Skill wise, we are increasing beam damage by 48% when battle begins, also increase critical rate by 48%. And then when we go down to the skill 2, we are going to be unlocking the multiple beam launcher. The pretty much the damage is now capped to 200,000, and then increase EXQ damage by 36% when receiving damage that can stack up to 2 times, and then recover EXQ gauge when receiving damage. So this is a unit, even though it's a back line unit, it wants to receive a lot of damage even on the actual unit itself. So I cannot really wrap my head around that. Like, why would you want to do that? But I mean, like, it is what it is. We also did get the pilot. I believe her name is a Fuala Griffon. I pulled a unit off the ticket, and I was thinking to myself, this is actually a prime opportunity to actually kind of maximize my account right now, because like I said again, my account is kind of outdated. I don't really have like a lot of the more recent units, so my account is definitely really behind. So I actually did 4 multi-summon, and I was able to get the pilot full right here. So I am definitely pleased to get her, because like not only is she's able to provide like look at this. So skill 1 has 2 effects, skill 2, or skill 1, skill 1 has 2 effects, skill 2 has a total of 7 different effects. So I'm just going to quickly kind of summarize this for you guys. So skill 1, we have a hit rate increase by 10%, and then critical rate increase by 13%. And then we are also getting more critical rate on the first, hit rate on the first line right there. And then we are getting another crit rate on the second line, and then pretty much the third line and all the way to the 7th line, they are all damage based. So 2 effects for 30 seconds, we are increasing damage by 77% for both of them. So that is a whopping 154. Yeah, that's crazy, man. And then in terms of the last 3, they're all the same effects. When we take 2 hits, we are able to gain a total of 57. So do that 3 times, and what would that be? Like a good 171. Yeah, this pilot's crazy, and it just shows you guys that, later down the game, like especially for the standard banner unit, they are really busted as well. So you can imagine what kind of power crap we will have for like the future limited unit. So this is one of, like, this is a standard banner character, and she's already packing a lot of effects. So that's the team I'm going to be running. We are going to be taking a look at the JP new raid battle. So this is also a good time for me to kind of show up the support type EZ8, because when we are running alongside some bombardment unit, we are also able to offer a lot of bonuses. So we have the 2 healers, we have the new Gundam FF, and then the Victory Assault right there. So we are gonna hop into the raid right now. Probably just gonna be taking on the easier stage, because even with this team, I don't really know how effective I could do. So I'm gonna hop into the raid battle now, and then we'll find out how powerful this new standard unit is. Alright guys, we are here facing off against the Victory 2. Alright, so let's kind of see how we want to do this. So I'm just going to do this real quick. So yeah. So unfortunately the new FF is not getting the support, because new FF is a sniper, not a bombardment unit. So I think I'm just going to do it like this. I don't want what is it, the EZA to take too much damage, so that's why we're just going to be doing that. Let's do it at 1x speed, and then let's actually play the EX skill first, because I don't really play the EX skill too often for you guys, so I want to kind of take this opportunity to just kind of show you guys that as well. Oh wow, enemy is activating theirs that fast. Okay buddy, oh the enemy one. So what's he targeting? So we do have 2 healers in this team, so I do feel somewhat okay, I guess. Was that mine? Probably it was mine. Alright, that's the new FF right there. I don't know if we are gonna be getting this relatively soon for global, because for JP we got it in April, so April 2022 for those who are wondering. So you guys can see the DPS is right now pretty good. Alright, even F91 is not racking as many damage as it should have been, because I don't have the pilot, so I am very guilty. I did F31 really dirty. Alright, there's the EX skill. Let's see. Oh. What the heck? What is this? So it's a unit plus a flying armor, immobile armor. Dude, that's crazy. Dude, look at that damage. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Alright, there's mine again. I think we can see a bit. Alright, there's the Victory, or the what is it, double Zeta right there, so you guys can see what is the damage for Victory. Or not Victory, double Zeta. Let's kind of see. I think double Zeta is actually not even that bad right now. You guys can see we are still doing relatively good. Alright, so we got the support from EZ8. We will love to see that. Okay buddy, that's a nice animation. Alright, so now our unit should be doing a lot more damage now, especially the bombardment unit. I saw it. Alright, I think we can kind of skip the animation now, because it's gonna get pretty repetitive. So I am going to just turn it off real quick. So whoops, and then we can just kind of continue. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is insane. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot. So I do assume we are taking damage as well, because that's why we were able to peak some of the damage. Yeah, all right. We were about to get hit for sure. That's crazy. Yeah. Also, I don't know if this raid had like a increased damage for this unit specifically. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have never seen any of my unit do damage in like one sitting like that. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, like, what you guys want me to do? This unit is good. As far as the weaponry, like the main weapon, secondary weapon, and then the third weapon, all of them are ranged weapons specifically, so you won't ever lose on DPS. You guys can definitely see that. Same thing for the the double Zeta Gundam as well. Pretty much all of these weapons are pretty much ranged, but the only exception for the double Zeta is the additional weapon, meaning the second weapon is actually a physical type or a projectile. So you're gonna have to, it's gonna be a problem, because you have weapons that are doing beam, and then you have weapons that are doing projectile. So as far as using equipment, it is kind of hard to decide what to really use, but when that time comes, we will get equipment that will cater towards doing both damage. So yeah, but so far we are not doing that bad. For the, what is it, double Zeta, I am using the same module as Gengaza over here, so that could probably affect the performance, because Gengaza itself is already doing or having a lot of built-in critical rate. So that's why in terms of the new equipment, when we get critical rate, we are able to increase damage up to, I think it's 10 times, no, 10%, 5 times restacking that. So it leads me to believe that maybe Double Zeta is unable to rack up a lot of critical hits. So we might have some deviation in terms of damage. But there you guys go. That is pretty much how powerful this unit is. We can probably, you know what? Let's actually end it on a kind of like a Phantom Ace to kind of show you guys how this unit could perform in a arena setting, because you know this is obviously catered towards like a race specifically, but how does it do in arena? Let's check that out as well. Alright, so we are in, so let's kind of see how we want to configure this team real quick. I think that should be fine, right? Let's actually do this instead, and let's kind of see. Alright, so can we actually lens ahead ready? I don't think so, right? I mean, we did a lot. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we did a who are we facing against? Oh, the new Gundam. Alright. So it's because like this team that we are fighting against is not like what you would traditionally fly. You're not seeing the purple DO, you're not seeing like some of the other more, I guess, relevant units that are released recently. So that's why we had like the easy victory overall. So let's kind of see if we can find like another one real quick. Yeah, this one is not really that good of a showcasing. So probably this one. This is actually a more recent release team. We have like the purple DO, we have the Queen Mana, and then we have like the Sharzagud, yellow, the new yellow Zeta. We have Ganya, and then we have Maptas right there. So yeah, this is definitely a more, I guess, a more proper team that we will kind of face. So in terms of my setup, I'm gonna let you guys know that we probably won't preform that good, because once the enemy drop the O or whatever, I think we will just kind of take an L. That's what I'm assuming, right? That's kind of how I'm expecting this to go. All right. Now that's pretty smart. You're putting like the enemy all the way on the other side, so that unit does not get target. So that unit can continuously supply those buffs. All right. That's a smart move. That is definitely a smart move for sure. Because you obviously don't want your support unit to die right out the gate, so they still gotta do their job. Like, look at it, yeah. Yep, that's the problem we see in JP, because you just have units that are just way too absurd. So when you have team like mine, like I have the for my end, so that's why I'm relatively doing okay. But any other unit is probably not gonna be doing as hot. But other than that, I think that is enough showcasing for the new Gengaza over here. That's how you pronounce it. But overall, pretty strong unit in my defense. Just in rate, it's pretty strong. But in arena, if you don't really have any investment, especially on the Transcendent skill, it's really hard to kind of survive any of those like really fatal blows that we were taking. But overall, pretty good in terms of just building out the roster. It's definitely a pretty good pickup on my end. So next week will be a limited week, so depending on what we are getting for JP, I will probably summon on that banner as well. I don't know yet, but we'll definitely wait until next week. But other than that, pretty much it for me, and I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.